Hello, it's Wednesday. Welcome to the Pastoral Estate. Golfers just passed by, if you can see them, but it's a wonderful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful day in the neighborhood, in the village. Jerry's with us today. I think he has an imaginary friend who goes by the name of Riley, and he likes to model himself after his imaginary friend. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Can you see him? He's living the life of his imaginary friend. He's living the life of Riley, taking a nap in the hot sun. I call that his sunny delight. Today I want to talk about signs. You ever seen a sign before? Of course, there's millions of signs everywhere. They're signs that give us information, signs that do other things. Specifically, what I want to talk about today are road signs. You know, there's several different categories of road signs. For instance, you've probably seen these before. Do not enter. No U-turn. You know, if you're coming up to the gate, you don't want to make a U-turn into the other lane of traffic or somewhere else. These are regulatory signs. They regulate traffic, which you probably knew that. And there's another type of sign. These are warning signs. They're yellow, warning signs. You know, here's one that says, life is going to get crooked for the next few minutes. We've all needed those from time to time, haven't we? Here's another one. It says soft shoulder. I said, you know, who in their right mind would say, I can't wait to get off the road, but I don't want to do it on a soft shoulder? Who's going to do that anyway? Or maybe if you need someone to lean on, you stop, hey, there's a soft shoulder. I don't know. Here's a sign that we could certainly use more of in the village. There's bucks jumping up in front of your car. Warning, deer. How about this one? How about these? How about that? You take a right and you get lost and you just go in circles. I could have used some of those signs when I'm trying to find my way through the village. Warning signs. They're yellow and they're orange. How about this one? I guess that means it's a low spot in the road. It doesn't mean that you should pull over and pick it up and put it in between your cheek and gum like a lot of people do in Arkansas. Feeble attempt at humor. Some road signs are not yellow, but warning signs are orange. Road closed. Don't go that way or bad things will happen. So there's warning signs. You know, you've probably seen them. There's other type signs too that you could call guide signs. Here's one. Interstate 75. You're trying to get from Louisville to Atlanta, maybe. You're going Interstate 75. Or how about this one? You're looking to go up in the air at an angle, so you take exit 44. Here's where you get off. 44 is a mile marker. Did you know that all the mile markers in the U.S. start from either the south on vertical roadways, the southern part, the southern border of the state, or they start in the western border of the state? Boy, isn't that exciting. But they're guide signs. That's what they are. There's another kind. They're called service signs, you know. Rest area ahead. Now, the bad thing is when you have a blue service sign and it's covered by an orange sign that says rest area closed. Oh my goodness, no! Here's a couple right here. Look, there's camping if you go this way. So you get there and you got this sign, and this sign says, move this way because the tree is about to fall on the table. I guess that's what that looks like. Signs are important. You know, signs build trust. You know, they warn us. They keep us on the right track. They try to tell us what to expect. They regulate. They give us direction. But a good sign builds trust. Go to Little Rock and count all the signs. I think it's safe to say that we need signs in the world that we live in, don't we? We need a lot of signs because life can sometimes put us in situations like this. It can throw us a curve. We can feel lost just going in circles. We've all done that from time to time. That's how life is. God gives us signs. Look around at creation, look around at the pastoral estate, and you'll see beautiful signs. You see regularity in the universe. You see the rising of the sun to the setting of the sun. That's called general revelation. That's a technical term that means that you can't miss the signs of God in the world. Beautiful sunsets, looking over Lake Balboa, or something like that. It's interesting. The world tends to go from order to chaos. But where God is involved, the world goes from chaos to order. And the same is true of our lives. And God gives us signs in the church too. Signs like found in the Word, signs like baptism, like the Lord's Supper, that remind us of our union with Christ. They tell us something. They tell us that. They can restrain. They can influence. Signs are important, but here's the point I want to get at. There's a big category of signs in the world that we live in. Another group that God gives the world. And you know what? It's you and me. We say, Randy, how are you and me signs? Well, to that, I'd answer two things. First, I'd say, well, if you're asking how you and me are signs, I'd say, well, it's actually you and I. I'll forgive your pronunciation mistake. But the second one is this. I would direct you to Acts chapter 1, verse 8. And you remember that. That's a familiar passage. Jesus is ascending. The disciples are looking at him. He's talking to him. He's already said, lo, I will be with you. And it's like he continues that thought in Acts 1:8. He says, and you shall be my witnesses, and you shall be my signposts in all the earth. And you shall be my witnesses. You'll go before me in your Judea, Samaria, other places, and then finally to the regions of the earth, here and far. God gave signs to the world. We are those signs. We are the first Bible that many people see. That word witness, the word is martyria in the Greek language. And from that word, we get the word martyr. You shall be my witness. It's like you shall be my evidence of life. We witness to people. We give them evidence in our lives. Acts 1:8. We exist as the people of God to be a signpost. We exist as the people of God to make a difference, to bring order into chaos. We're in the midst of chaos right now, aren't we? On a couple of fronts. The way we act can never be more prominent as it is in a time of chaos, in a time of hurt, in a time of suffering, in a time of confusion. There's signs like us all over the world. Now, how do we do this? We think, I just don't know if I can. How can I influence Congress? How can I influence what I think the country should be in? It seems like a huge task. But you know what? That's God's business. Our business is to seize the moments that he gives us, where we can not think about ourselves, but think of other people. When are those moments? They could be all kinds of things. Visiting someone who is sick, like I know so many of you do. Giving a call to someone who might need comfort or need a soft shoulder, or whatever it might be. Taking a stand for the gospel. God has prepared for us moments. And by a witness, what we do is we take those moments. And here's the thing, we don't take them on our own. I just can't do that. I don't have the power. He says, and you shall receive power. We have power when we step out in faith to in some way be a witness for Jesus Christ. He doesn't give us power if we don't need it. You don't need more power when all your lights work already. And you don't need power when you don't plan on turning the lights on. But we have the power to be a witness. So let me get you to consider this. Seize those small moments where we could be a witness. And if we all do that, well, it's like this. The sea, the ocean's got to be that way by infinite numbers of small drops. The witness of Jesus Christ is done by the people of God. That's the church. Each of us is like a small drop. A small drop can make a difference. Together, that difference can be huge. Let's be a witness. Continue to be in our church. Well, that's a thought for today. Got a little bit long, but that's okay. Have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you Sunday. Take care.